have an update to an ongoing court battle over how the dollars from a service charge are distributed to your staff. You may remember that an appeals court determined last year that a service charge can be a tip. The CRA takes issue with that determination because, among other reasons, service charges and tips are taxed differently. Tax law dictates that restaurants treat service charges as taxable revenue to the business. There was a request to the California Supreme Court to review that earlier ruling, and the CRA had asked the court to depublish the decision so that it wouldn't become the precedent in California. Unfortunately, the court declined to review or depublish the decision. We don't know the court's reasons because they're not required to give a reason. They simply responded with a one-sentence statement refusing to hear the case without explanation. But here's what you need to know today. The ruling made by the appeals court is now considered the precedent. In other words, it's binding on all trial courts in California. So while we may not agree with it, we want to be sure to help you comply. If you add a service charge to the guest check, you have to be sure all the dollars collected from that charge are distributed to your service staff. You may be wondering, what if I distribute most of the service charge to staff, but I'm using a portion of it to help cover other costs in the restaurant? We get it. Restaurants generally use those dollars, or most of those dollars, to boost pay for staff, but may use a portion of a service charge for other operational costs. You can do that, but you have to disclose to the customer that the service charge isn't going to the service staff. That can be done on your menus, for example, or on catering contracts. This won't be the last we hear of this. The lawsuit that started this battle can now move forward. That case was brought by a server who worked a banquet facility in San Francisco. She sued her employer, alleging that there was a mandatory service charge added to the banquet contracts for food and beverages, but servers didn't receive that money. But whatever happens in that case, you have to be sure you're in compliance with the appeals court ruling. There's guidance on this on our website. Just click on the link in the description below. I'm Sabrina. Thank you for watching.